Well, this lecture talks about another important function in the apply suite of commands for looping. It's called lapply. So lapply, as the name suggests, actually it is a list apply. So what it does, for example, here, uh, it's gonna apply a function called summary to a data frame reading, and it's gonna produce a list of items. So the result is going to be a list. So let's do this for the data frame reading. And it's going to apply the summary function to all the columns of data frame reading. Okay? And let's check out what's contained in LA. Well, it is contains basically a list of items, right? It's basically the summary information for the first variable, mental health, right? MNTL, HLTH, and also some summary information for happy, etc., etc. And we can check out the class type for LA. Well, it is a list, right? It is a list. And we can access, for example, the list by typing, LA. Then it's just going to pop out, first element in this list, LA, mental health, because that is the first element in this list produced by lapply, or, you can pronounce it as, lapply. And the second thing we want to do is actually we want to apply the function min to the reading data frame, applying across all the columns by default, and see what happens. Okay, so it's called LB. The resultant object is called LB. So let's list LB. What's in LB? Well, in LB, obviously, there are going to be 8 elements, right? And each element corresponds to the mean of value of a column out here, variable. But we have quite an NA here. Mental health is NA, happy is an NA, then age, then we have a number here, average age. Why we have NA here? Well, is because we have missing values for those variables. And if there are any missing for any of the column, any of the variable, what happens is the main function in R is going to stop working. Basically says, well, they're missing. And if you let me add up all the missing with other numerical values and average across, and I have to spit out mean. So what we're going to do? Well, we're going to use lapply again, but with an option from argument from this main function is called na.rm equal to true. That is remove. Okay, rm means remove. Na is not applicable or missing. Coding in R set to true. Basically, it says, well, if there are any missing, drop them. Okay, and then we're going to apply this mean function to every column of reading. So let's see what happens. Okay, so run this function in LC, and now we see the mean values for all the columns of variables in this data frame are numerical values without any NA because we drop all the missing. Okay. So let me recap what lapply does. Okay, or lapply does is first we need to feed in a x vector, or sometimes it could be a list or an expression object. And then the second argument, unlike apply here, apply apply, this function, the second argument has to specify the margin, whether we can apply the function, which is going to be supplied in the third argument to the rows or to the columns. Okay, we don't have that, and by default, it's just if we supply a data frame, it's going to apply the function, which is in the second argument to all the columns. Okay, if we're talking about matrix, and later on we'll talk about other possibilities. Okay, other possibilities. Um, of course, there are other options people can, explore. But so what it does is it's gonna, apply the function supply in the second argument to a vector or a list or a data matrix supply in the first argument, and it's going to produce a list of items. So list, okay?